Hi, third graders, Miss Whitford here, and I'm just going to give a little review of how to use expanded form to add two numbers together with regrouping. Remember, regrouping is where you carry the one, or if you have like you can only have one number in the tens, one number in the ones, and one number in the hundreds. So let's talk about that. So first thing that you would do is put these numbers into expanded form. So I just like to do an arrow out to the side. So expanded form for this one is going to be 100 plus 90 plus 4. Because remember, this number right here, this is 194. If you add those back together, it equals 194. An expanded form just makes it so each digit shows exactly the place value that is. That this 1 really means 100, and this 9 really means 90. Okay? So we're going to do the same thing with 283. That's going to be 200 plus 80 plus 3. Okay, so now that you have that, now you can add all of the like ones together. I'm just going to circle all of the same place values in, let's do that color, in different colors, just so you can see kind of the changes or the how each one stays together. Okay, so first thing we're going to do, let's add, you always start with the ones. Remember, you always start with the ones. So we're going to start with the ones. So we're going to add 4 ones plus 3 ones. 4 plus 3 is 7. Boom, 7 is done. We're going to bring that addition sign down because we're still adding these numbers together. Now we have 90 plus 80. Another way to think of that is 9 tens plus 8 tens. So you can also think, okay, I'm going to add 9 plus 8. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay, that's 17. So 9 plus 8 is 17, but it's tens. It's not ones, it's tens. So 17 tens. When you put that 0 on the end like that, this means that it's going to be 17 tens. It's not just 17, it's 17 tens. Okay? Then we're going to add up the hundreds. We have 100 plus 200 equals 300. All right. And then the last thing, let's actually do that in, well, you can see that's going to be the 100. So the last thing that you have to do is add all three numbers together. So you have 300 plus 170 plus 7. All right. Let's add these together. All you have to do is add up and down. 7 plus 0 plus 0, 7, and 3 plus 1 is 4 for your final answer to be 477. So that is one way that you can solve that with expanded form. It kind of helps when you are so that way when you have to carry the one, so this right here is kind of the carry the one. I'm going to show you the traditional algorithm as well so you can see kind of what we're talking about with that. Okay, so traditional algorithm, you would look at this in terms of hundreds, tens, and ones. Okay, this is the ones place, this is the tens place, this is the hundreds place. It's super important to make sure that everything is lined up together. So you remember, you always start with the ones. So we're going to add the ones together. 4 plus 3 is 7. All right. Now we move to the tens place. 9 plus 8, 9. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17. But if I were to write 17 down here, that has two numbers in that place value. Two digits in that place value. We can't have that. The way I talk about it in class is that like each one in the answer choice, it only like they like to have their own room. Like we think of each of these as a room, and they like to have their own room. When you get to the answer, they only have their own room. Like 7 over here has its own room, but here we have 17. You can only have one digit. So which one stays? The one that's going to, when you have just this digit over here, the digit that's going to be in the ones place stays. So what digit is in the ones place? The 7 is in the ones place. So that is going to stay. What happens to the 1? What happens to this over here? It gets moved over to the hundreds. And if you can see over here, that's what this is. This 7 tells how many tens there are, And this 1 is how many hundreds? So that 1 is really the hundred. So that gets moved over there. I'm just going to show that like this. So when you add that together, you have 17. So you keep the one that's in the ones place down here for 7. You carry that 1. That 1 comes over because that 1 is really 100. So you're adding 2 plus 1 to get 4 to get your final answer of 400. Oops. 477. 2 ways to add. Remember, make sure when you're adding, stack them up, keep the place values together, and then don't forget to carry the 1 or regroup. We took whatever's in, like that 7 was in the tens, that tells how many tens there are, and that 1 was how many hundreds there are, which is why we had to bring that 1 over to the hundreds.